Ladies and gentlemen, I want to bring into a gentleman who just moved from California up to Oregon. His wife got some horses, and she wanted some little area for him to stretch out and ride horses. And wanted for goal as any good man, he wants to please his wife, and he wants to do the right things, and he wants to bring his family up in a way that they can be free. And this business will give you freedom as well as financial freedom. So, with that said, let's give a warm welcome. I have no idea what part of the country he's. I don't know if he's in California. I don't know if he's in Oregon today. He may be down in Cleveland. I have no idea, but let's get him on here. Without further ado, everybody, let's give a warm welcome to none other than the great Mr. Dean Tarrolly.
Good to see everybody. Welcome back. Happy to be here with you guys. Still at home here in Washington, just north of Oregon. There's Oregon over there, way over there. But yeah, I am. I'm fired up, man. I'm fired up for this weekend. We got a lot. We got a lot on the table right now, you guys. So I'm going to set the stage for you. I've had conversations, actually recently, conversations with a few people that are on this call. You guys know who you are. Talking about our events and how to build from event to event. I think we're in a very important time. Before I do that, Mr. T, it's great to see you. I can't wait to see you this weekend. Hopefully we'll get a chance. I know you'll be busy with a lot of your team, but hopefully you and I will get a chance to catch up for a hot second, and as we normally do. And you guys, familiarity breeds contempt. If you get too comfortable with your surroundings, it's easy to take those things for granted. I do not take the fact that Al Thomas has done this call for years and years and years. I do not take that for granted. I do not take the every other month that feels like we've been doing this for over a decade, and it's been over 4 years. Every other month for 4 years, doing every Thursday, and what I know is this, is Al Thomas did not build a successful business in and outside of ACN by winging it, by in and out, by starting something and quitting and then doing something. He didn't do that. He did it by being consistent and going through the ups and downs that are inevitable in anything that we want to accomplish that is significant. If it's not significant, don't worry about it. But if you're trying to accomplish something significant, you're going to have to be willing to go through the ups and downs. And that only happens if you have a sense of longevity in what it is that you're doing. Right. So I just want to start by saying, you guys, I'm going to be very direct with you today. This is an important weekend. This is the weekend of our national. We're rolling out to the CLE. We're rolling out to Cleveland, and there's going to be announcements. There's going to be a lot of stuff going on. And I'm going to make sure we're going to have a little fun today, but I'm going to make sure that you understand where we're at, what needs to happen for each of you to advance your business and get it to where you want it to be. And I'm going to certainly do my best to do that. In fact, so you guys do me a favor, just give a thumbs up. Let's thank Mr. Thomas for putting this call together and doing every single day. 5 days a week, and then other things that he does on the weekends for you guys. And it's just, it's just awesome. So Mr. T, on my behalf, and for my team members that consistently plug into your call, I appreciate it. And I appreciate you and the effort that you put in and what you do to help everybody advance their business. So you guys, here goes. First of all, are y'all excited about this weekend or not? You guys, it's crazy, right? So I was having some conversations with people over the course of this last week, people that are on my team and people that are not necessarily in my downline, but people that I've become kind of closer with. And, I've had a lot of conversations with, you guys know that I talk to Roxanne Corlejo all the time. I talk to a gentleman who has been re-engaged in our business, Jelani Dorsey. I had a great conversation the other day with Mr. Randolph. I see him on the call. So here's what I want to share with you guys. What's the value of an event? I'm going to show you some things on the screen, but I really want you to think about this for a second. What's the value of an event? Now, obviously, we have a big event this weekend. But there's events that happen throughout the year. There's local events, there's regional events, there's leadership trainings. What are some of the things that happens out of an event? Well, people are going to get trained for sure. Their belief is going to go through the roof for sure. Their vision should be expanded for sure, right? All of those things. But here's the deal. We are in an event culture business. So what does that mean? It means that if you master the three parts of our business, getting customers, building teams, and promoting the events, and people really understand the value of doing this. Understand, you guys, if you're working with, or you are the person that says, Dean, I've been to the events. I've been to the national. I've been to a Palm Desert leadership. I've been to the Tahoe leadership. I've been there, right? They're saying that in a way that would excuse themselves from going to the next one because they've already done it. And they're missing the single most important part about an event. And that is, I hope the events are consistent. I hope the information is the same. I hope, because now you know what to expect. You know, you guys, you understand something? If you know the playbook, you understand your assignment. And when everybody performs and executes their assignment, you're going to have success. So why in the world would you be worried about whether or not you've gone to the event in the past and make that a reason to not go to the events in the future? Why would somebody do that? I'll tell you why they would do that. Because they haven't really done anything from the last event. And now it feels laborious. It feels burdensome. It's like, I've already been there. I've already done that. But what have you applied? Number one. And number two, if you're doing this business properly, now listen up. This is super important. And I know Mr. Thomas feels the same way. I'm not going to answer him, but I know it. Here's the difference. The difference is if you're continuing to grow and build from event to event, even though the event is the same, and it should be, you've changed. You should be in a different place. You should be at a different level. You should be at a different a place of understanding how this thing works. Let me tell you guys something. ETLs don't think the same way as RCs, and RCs don't think the same way as RDs, and RDs don't think the same way as RVPs, and RVPs don't think the same way as SVPs. It's a stair step, but if you stay consistent in the environment, you're allowed now to grow in a way, in a safe way, in a place where you know what to expect. Now, we're all going to get surprises at these events. Look, there's going to be announcements at these events. I purposely stayed away from trying to find out any of them. I want to be surprised just like you guys. I want to go through the same thing. I'm not trying to get any inside information, but I am going to tell you this, that if the events are consistent and the company is consistent and the co-founders are consistent and they continue to add more products and services, they continue to reinvent themselves, reinvent the comp plan and do these things, what's missing in this equation? What's missing? It's you and the growth of your business personally and the growth of your team. How do you do that? Look, man, you got to be as excited as all get out. I'm fired up. I'm talking to Jelani Dorsey the other day in Ohio, and we're flipping out, right? We are so damn excited about what is going on with the company. And I'm telling you guys, people will be more moved by your enthusiasm and your excitement and your vision than anything that you're going to say in particulars about the company or the products or the services, because people follow people with vision. So this is a really important conversation, you guys. So let me tell you this. I'm going to say this a couple times in this call. What am I telling the people that I work with? What am I telling the people that are kind of like sideline people that I'm working directly with, trying to help? You build from event to event. So one of the values out of this event is Palm Desert. Now, some of you have never even heard me mention Palm Desert before. This is a leadership that we've done before COVID. Before COVID, we would twice a year, I think Mr. Thomas has been to that event and that we did in Palm Desert, that we would go twice a year out there. And we would time them, just like Tahoe, we would time them around the nationals. So why is this important, you guys? I want you to think of this. This conversation that I'm having with you, the day that people are either leaving or the day before people are leaving to go to the national training, I am talking to you about January 1st. I'm talking to you about January 1st. Why? Because January 1st, everybody has New Year's resolutions, and their New Year's resolutions are always the same thing. They always have been: lose weight, make more money, get a better quality of life, get out of debt, cover the kids' college fund, get that new car. Tired of spending more money getting the car fixed than it would be a payment on a new. Let's do something to advance our quality of life. Well, we have the most amazing vehicle to do that. But part of that vehicle is understanding that the value in this business is the duplication of this business. So you have a lot of people being able to do what you do. Well, the quality of your team and the quality of your business and the quality of your income is going to come from how well trained are these people. So why am I bringing up January 1st? The day before we're freaking leaving for Cleveland. Mr. Thomas knows why I'm bringing up January 1st. Guaranteed. Because everybody's mentality changes in the new year. So if you work backwards, they call it reverse engineering. You want to reverse engineer your position from where you are going to be, where you are going to declare you're going to be January 1, 2025, and you move backwards. Well, guess what? Here's the way it works. From New Year's Day, moving backwards in our event world, in our training world, in our building a team world, works like this. In my world, here's how it works. From January 1st going backwards, it would be Lake Tahoe, which is in the first week of November. Well, working backwards from that, it's probably going to be a national, I'm guessing end of September, somewhere in October. Okay, it's something like that, right, Mr. T? Somewhere in there. It's somewhere in there. Okay, cool. Well, working back from that is Palm Desert in August. And working back from that is this weekend. So why would you not make the extra phone call, the extra push, go online, take a look, see if you can find somebody that plane ticket. You know what you say to them? My man, I can't do this last second. I know, I understand. I don't have the money to go. What can you come up with? How much can you come up with? Be a solution-oriented leader. You guys, do you realize that that one last phone call that you may make to that person on your team or the guest, that one last phone call by January 1 could be a regional director in your business, and you're worried about not bringing this up to them because you're talking about a $300 plane ticket. Put them in your hotel room. Like, you guys, we're not there for the accommodations. We're there for the information and the experience and the training. Who understands this conversation? So you guys, I'm telling you, I'm going to see if someone can finish this statement. Hang on. The coffee and you guys got me all freaking fired up right now. Let me ask you guys a question. See who can finish this statement. I'm going to go into the chat here and see. Jelani, we're going to love you. Here's the deal. Leaders live in the what? Leaders live in the future. First person to answer on text was Jelani. First person I saw say it was Al. Leaders live in, there's Kush. Leaders live in the future. So if we're telling you that leaders live in the future, how does that translate to what we're doing? I just described it to you. The single biggest asset that you have in building your ACN business, number one, is your leader that's working with you, and number two are the events. I'm telling you guys, it's that simple. Well, I don't really have time to do ACN. Get to the event. The event is going to condense the time frames. You guys, all hands on deck. We're not asking you to train them. We're not asking you to present to them. We're asking you to invite them, get them to us, and let's get them to the event and let the event do its job. I remember years ago, Tony Koupa saying from the national stage, he said, look, here's what you guys got to do. Here's what you guys got to do. Ready? Just get them here. Just get them here. We'll take it from there. We'll train them. We'll get the location set up. We'll bring in all the vendors. We'll put world-class trainers in front of all of your people on the stage. We'll handle all the recognition. We'll handle all the awards. We'll handle all that. We'll handle the breakout sessions. We'll organize. We'll do all of it. You have one job: get people there. Get people there. Who agrees with me that that is a great freaking deal for us? Yes or no? It's a great deal. Now, here's the challenge. If it always feels like you're doing it alone, we got to work on a few things in terms of how to promote the events. And remember, you guys, I've said this on however many years we've been doing this on certain calls. An event is not a place. An event is not the location. An event an event is none of those things. An event is who. An event is who. An event is who is going to be there. You're going to have the top producers in our company at the event this weekend. You're going to have the most significant people in our industry, in our business at this event. Do you guys know that other companies try to get to the ACN events because they want to see how ACN runs their events and how in the heck have they been doing this for so long? You guys realize that it's the glue that keeps the entire thing together? Because, and guess who needs the event? Everybody needs the event. The owners would tell you they need the event. The partners need the event. They all do. We are reminded of the opportunity that we have. We're reminded of the job we need to do and the work we need to do on a daily basis. So I'm letting you guys know so nobody can say that I didn't tell them. Here's what I'm telling the people on my team because we are setting up 2025. Let me be crystal clear. Kush, you got me on coffee, man. Like, I see that. I saw you, brother. January 1st, backwards to Tahoe. From Tahoe, backwards to the third quarter national. From the third quarter national, backwards to Palm Desert, which is going to be insane. Palm Desert back to Cleveland. That starts tomorrow. Have the courage to make that one phone call. Send that one text message. I'm going to give you guys some language. Ready? You could go through your list. You could go through the people on your team, your contacts, and here's all you need to say. Show of hands. Let me know if you're ready. Okay, let me see here. All right, I know Heidi's ready. I saw Heidi raise her hand. I don't think anybody else is. Odette is. Okay, Al, of course, is. Al is. Al, right? Catherine. Okay, cool. Here's what you say. Ready? This is very complicated. Jesse gave me the thumbs up. It's very complicated. Here it goes. Here's what you say to your contacts. Who do you know in Cleveland? That pretty complicated? Hey, you got any contacts in Cleveland? I'm just curious. Why? What's going on in Cleveland? Dude, I'm going to an event there this week, and our business is about to get crazy. If I could make you some money out of Cleveland, would you want to know? Yeah, how's that work? Now you have a conversation. Who do you know in Cleveland? If I could make you some money out of Cleveland, would you want to know? If I could make you some money out of Cleveland, would you want to know? What if that gives you one person? What if someone on your team goes, oh, you know what? I didn't even think about my friend Bobby. Do we got to call him? Great, get Bobby on the phone with me. And now, not only are you going to Cleveland, but now you have a meeting set up in Cleveland. So now not only are you going there to get trained, you're going there to build your business. Bobby likes it, doesn't like it. He sees it. Hey, Bobby, not for you. No problem. Do you know anybody that would like to make residual income on these bills? Well, yeah, I mean, I want to make it. I just don't know if I can do this. Well, I'm telling you, you can do it. You guys realize that when you step outside of the lines and you do stuff like that, that is the fruit is at the end of the tree. You know, the best view is you have to take a path to get to the best view, right? You got to get off the highway. And doing something like that is going to give you the best chance to make that happen. So let me show you guys a couple of things. Screenshot these if you want. It's entirely up to you. And you guys didn't think I was ready for you today. So you guys understand, in my experience, little things reveal big things. What do I mean by that? Little things reveal big things. If I gave you guys the name of a basketball coach and I said John Wooden, does anybody know who that is? John Wooden, one of the most successful coaches in the history of any sport, UCLA's basketball coach. You guys know that for the first couple practices with new players when they came in, they never saw the court. In fact, they never left the locker room. And you know what they did? Tied their shoes. Tied their shoes. There was a way, Baker, there was a way that he said is the right way to tie your shoes. And if you didn't do it, and by the way, did they do it once? Did they do it one time? Absolutely not. They did it over and over and over and over. Right? So here's another one, right? For anybody who is a sports person, or art or dance. Little things make the biggest differences. Little things make the biggest difference. If you're in sports, man, you turn your hips, they know that you're coming that way. You can't turn your hips too soon. Get back, do it again, get back, do it again, get back, do it again. You know, a ballet dancer, the way they hold their hands, what they do, the position of their bodies. Do you guys understand? They go over this ad nauseum, over and over and over and over again. Why wouldn't we do that here with the chance to be able to earn residual income and create a lifestyle that could define a quality of life? It doesn't make any sense, but most people don't. Why? Because it takes work. And because ACN is such a simple business, what they do is they treat it casually, which makes them a casualty. Little things add up to big things. So the first point I want you to write down, little things add up to big things. So take a look at this, just for the fun of it. You want to learn complex money-making skills when you haven't mastered showing up on time. Try that out for size. Try that out for size. You want to learn complex money-making skills when you haven't mastered showing up on time. You know, when Mr. Thomas in the banking business, if he had a big meeting and it was a 9 a.m. meeting, what time do you think he's there? Mr. Thomas, what time would you be there? You have a big, important, actually, you have any meeting.
An hour
And it's a
early.
9 a.m. Come on, man. Come on. Like you guys, this is important stuff. You want to learn complex, not money-making skills, complex money-making skills when you haven't even mastered showing up on time. You guys, it shows so much. So that's the first point I wanted to make. Here comes the second one. Here goes. Give me a second. And okay, cool. I'm referring to my notes. I want to make sure I communicate this the right way. So you guys, we all have skills that we're better at than others. Agreed? Everybody has skills. Even in ACN, you have skills that you are better at than others. Okay, cool. Sometimes people say they get this idea, and the idea is work on the things that I'm not good at. Right? Hold on a minute. Let me give you another thought. How about this? Smash the things that you're great at. Do that consistently. If you're great at peaking, freaking peak everybody. If you're great at getting customers, do that every damn day. But work on the things that you're not as good at, but focus on the things that are your strengths. I don't want you, listen to me. And Mr. Thomas, you can correct me with your team if you're not on board with this. I think you probably would be, but we didn't talk about this ahead of time. I'm telling you, here's my opinion. If you got something that you are good at, you do that every single day. And in the nooks and crannies around that, work on the things that you need to get better at. Don't sacrifice the thing that you're great at to fix the thing that you need to work on. Keep smashing the thing that you're good at and work around the time that you do those things to work on the things that you need to improve your skill set on. Does that make sense, everybody? You're sure? Okay, cool. Let me show you this. Screenshot it if you want. If you don't care. If you want to buy things without having to look at the price, then you need to work without having to look at the clock. If you want to buy things without having to look at the price, then work without having to look at the clock. Read that again. ACN is not a time business, right? You might be finishing your day of work, and on your day of work, you may be in your day of work, you may be in a position where you're exhausted. And you want to get home, you want to see the wife, you want to see the husband, you got to get to the kids, you got to make dinner, you're going out to dinner, you got an event, you got something, you got a ball game. I'm telling you, that's the time to make the one extra stop for 3 minutes. Put yourself in a place, could be a grocery store, could be whatever, and just compliment someone and pique their interest. Why? Because here's what you're saying. You're saying to the world and to the universe, I am not bound by the hours that were given me. I am bound by the activities that I'm going to put into those hours. You do that enough times, I'm telling you, you're going to have people on your team. You're going to have more business and more presentations set up than you know what to do with. So here's the third one. Here's the third point. The third point is this. You got to really face where you're at. You got to really face where you're at and understand where you are in this process, right? You guys have heard fake it till you make it. You guys have heard that, right? Everybody's heard that. Hey, fake it till you make it, right? Let me tell you guys something. That gets so misunderstood. We don't want you to fake it. I don't want you to fake it. What I want you to do is act and behave and have the attitude of the next position you're working towards. That's what that means to me. So when you're talking about trying to advance your business, I don't want you to fake it till you make it. I want you to do this. Don't fake it till you make it. That's garbage advice. Face it till you make it. Face it till you make it. Get up, work hard, fail. Stand back up again, face it again, do a little bit better, fail again, get back up. That's what's up. Don't fake it. Just face it. Face it, work hard, get up, take the data, take the information, take the response, take the results that you're getting, take a look at it. If you got what you wanted, mark that down. Check mark. I'm doing that again. If what you're doing did not get you the result that you wanted, check mark. Mark that down. Don't do that again. Show of hands, is this making sense to anybody? All right, here's the last one. Then I'll turn this over to Mr. T. Number 4, you got to be consistent. Consistency is the genius of success, in my opinion. Are you consistent when things aren't going your way? Are you consistent when you're not necessarily getting the results that you want? Are you staying consistent? Are you true to the decision that you made to do this and to do it well? So here goes. I love this. Repeat after me. Here goes. Let's see if somebody repeats it. Let's see if somebody reads this along with me. I will remain focused on my goals. Even if I have a moment of difficulty, I will not give up. I know success comes with consistency. I know that I will make it. Things will get better. No problem or challenge will stop me. Everything I deserve is coming my way. You guys, I think that is amazing. I will remain focused on my goals. Even if I have a moment of difficulty, I will not give up. I know success comes with consistency. I know that I will make it. Things will get better. No problem or challenge will stop me. Everything I deserve is coming my way. Let me tell you guys something. I want you to imagine what it would be like if everybody said that and everybody on your team thought that moving forward. And everybody adopted that attitude, regardless of what happened. And they were taking action consistently. And now you work back. Thanks, Natik. You work backwards from January 1, when you're in a new position, and you work backwards from that to the Lake Tahoe leadership. And you work backwards from that to the third quarter national. And you work backwards from that to the Palm Desert leadership. And you work backwards from that to today. What are you going to do? We gave you the game plan. Do you guys realize the people that have the most people at these events are the people who are going to have the biggest production in their businesses? And there's your story. So I hope this was helpful. I wanted to be very direct with you guys so you knew absolutely where my mindset is and where I am and the action we're taking with our team moving forward to January 1. Because my goal is for you not to be in the same place you are at right now of January 1. Is if that is the case, here's what I'm telling you. That's fine, but it will not be on Mr. Thomas's shoulders, and it will certainly not be on my shoulders. The greatest thing about our business is it will be on your shoulders because we're giving you the information, the environment, the roadmap, the game plan, the playbook to advance your business in a really significant way, right? It's always really humbling to be on this call. For all this time that Mr. Thomas has either asked me to come back or whatever, I take it really seriously. I really want to see you guys win. I want to see all of us win. You know, the old saying, right? Nobody wins until we all win. Well, whatever that means to you. Could be ETL, could be RC, could be RD, could be RVP, could be SVP, could be SVP Platinum, could be getting out of debt, could be getting the car paid off, could be paying off the kids' college education. Whatever those things are, those are all wins. Maybe it just means that you've already become successful and you have unfinished business and you need to get to the top of this because you know it's accessible. And if someone else has done it, you've done it. Impact Health Sharing, ADP Payroll Processing, Zoom Energy, and all these others. Come on, you guys, give me a break. We have the vehicle, we have the company, we have the comp plan, we have the co-founders. And now it's just, it's up to us, which is, I know why Al does these calls. So Mr. T, I'll turn it back over to you. I can't wait to see you. Safe travels, everybody. And hope you guys got some value out of this morning.